Hello again. We're going to talk about the Mayas, Aztec, and Inca civilizations. As soon as I can click it here, there we go. So, Mesoamerica. This is Mesoamerica, Central Mexico, and Central America. Some of the earliest civilizations in the Americas developed in Mesoamerica. The Maya, the Aztec lived in the Mesoamerican region. How did the people get here? The Bering Land Bridge. Humans migrated into North America from Asia by crossing over the land bridge. Now between Alaska and Siberia, it's 50 miles wide, I think. But anybody who watches the Deadliest Catch, the Bering Sea, that's just below where the land bridge would have been. So here's the Bering Strait, as you see here. There's the Bering Sea, but all of this here would have been land that's now sea. How did people first get to the Americas? Another one is coastal migrations. Humans migrated to the Americas by crossing the seas, like the Pacific, okay, and settling along the western coast of America. That's another theory. The Maya, located on the Yucatan Peninsula, marked in red here. So here's the Mayan civilization. You can look and see some of their names of their cities and towns. Yeah, here we go. These over in here. These are all the names. Their political structure. The Maya were not an empire, and they were not united politically. The Maya civilization was made up of city-states. Each city-state had its own ruler, much like what we talked about early in the semester, the Sumerians. Mayan religion, they were polytheistic, and they practiced human sacrifices. If you've watched the movie Apocalypto, that is the Mayan civilization who is going after the people and capturing them for the human sacrifices. Maya architecture, they built towering temples and elaborate palaces. Atop these temples, of course, were priests performing religious ceremonies, sacrifices, while people watched in the plazas below. Ceremonial platforms, temples, pyramids, observation balls, ball courts, all built by the Mayan. Here's some pictures of some temples. The Mayans created a writing system of hieroglyphs. The Mayans created a set of numerals, also developed a 365-day calendar. They also had a 260-day calendar they used for religious ceremonies. The 365-day calendar was for farming, agriculture. So what happened to the Maya? Abandoned many other cities around 900 AD. Archaeologists don't exactly know why, but more than 2 million Mayan people live in Guatemala and southern Mexico today. So if you can, watch this video clip, and it'll help you out with the Maya. It's a short little video with the Maya. One thing to remember with the Mayas, they were obsessed with time, and they actually did take their calendars, and they had the agriculture calendar and the sacred calendar, and they would make predictions into the future. I think it was based on quatrains, like 20 years, and they actually predicted thousands of years in the future. They actually predicted the end of their civilization within a few years. So it's actually a neat little thing if you want to check that out. They do predict the end of the earth being 2012, but there's different theories to that as well as to why it was 2012. The Aztecs. Where did the Aztecs live? They lived in what is known as the Valley of Mexico in central Mexico. Here they are. Tenochtitlan is their capital city, and that's the valley. Today it's Mexico City. Tenochtitlan was established as the capital, and this is a painting of it, what it would look like back in the day, actually, what it would look like. So, the legends. Basically, the gods told the Aztecs to search for an eagle holding a snake in its beak perched atop the cactus. This is where they were to build their capital city. The Aztecs saw the sun on a swampy island in Lake Texcoco. Here's some of the pictures today in Mexico City. So, in reality, the Aztecs were a group of people who were pushed around a lot, and they were pushed onto that swampy island, and they learned to become good warriors and builders, and actually they engineered this empire. It's an engineering feat as to what they have done, or what they had done with this empire. Tenochtitlan was built on an island. It was connected mainly by causeways leading north and south and west of the city. The city was interlaced with a series of canals, so all sections of the city could be visited either by foot or canoe. So there is a picture of Tenochtitlan, and there is a picture of what it looks like today. It's called Mexico City. The Aztec government created an empire through conquest. Conquered people and local leaders had to pay tribute or taxes to the Aztec. The Aztecs had an emperor, and the Aztec emperor's main job was to lead in war. So, religion and mythology. The Aztecs were polytheistic. That word there was their main god. Huitzilopochtli. There you go. That's his name. The Aztecs built massive temples and pyramids dedicated to their gods. Here's the Sun Pyramid and the Moon Pyramid. They did practice human sacrifice. This was not a new practice. It's just with the Aztec, it was the frequency and the size. They did a lot more. They had sacrificed a lot more, basically to give the sun the strength to rise every day to fight darkness. So, Hernan Cortez is going to happen to the Aztecs, Spanish conquistador, and this leads to the most famous mistaken identities in world history. The most famous mistaken identities in world history. And you can watch some of this, the engineering and empire, and you can watch what the ancients did for us. We're going to move on to the Inca. We'll talk about Hernan Cortez and the Aztecs a little bit later. So the Inca lived in the Andes Mountains, South America. Government, the Sapa Inca, the emperor, he had absolute power. He was believed to be the son of the sun. The emperor was also the empire's religious leader. And as you see, the empire was divided into 4 regions, with Cuzco being the capital. And uniting the empire, the Inca built massive road network through the mountains, across the rivers and gorges, with rest areas. Stonework. Here's some of their stone fittings. It's really intricate. Not even a knife can fit through them. Inca were polytheistic. Their primary god was Inti, the sun god, and they believed in reincarnation. The Inca practiced cranial deformation. In other words, basically, they would, as you see here, achieve this through wrapping a tight cloth straps around the heads of newborns to alter the shape of their soft skulls into a cone. Medical advances, as you see here, they performed successful skull surgeries. The Inca used medicines to make patients unconscious during surgery. Each family in the community was assigned a specific job. Government officials arranged marriages. The government organized mandatory public services for building projects. So what happened to the Inca? Civil war broke out. Smallpox spread, killing much of the Inca. And then, of course, Francisco Pizarro happened in 1532. And here's a video clip with the Inca.